stone has a life. Everything has got life. Okay. But there are different stages, different levels of life. You cannot murder human beings. That everybody knows. But the next step you have to understand, you can't murder any animals. Okay. Plants are the natural food for all the animals. And minerals are the natural food for the other plants. The plants take minerals. The animals take plants. And we are also an animal taking plant. We are herbivorous animals. We are not carnivorous animals. We don't have the canine teeth. We don't have the biological structure to eat meat. That's why we should never eat meat. Because we are not biologically designed for that. Some animals are biologically designed to eat meat. This human body is not biologically designed to eat meat. We are biologically designed only to eat plant food. Whatever is biology, we have to agree with it. Go with it.
Namaste. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear friends and masters. On behalf of Buddhasya Quantum Foundation, we warmly welcome all of you to the day 12 of our program, Yoga. Health is wealth, and we have every right to be healthy and happy. So far, we have understood that as stress gets eliminated, our body is able to function in normal, natural manner. Yes, meditation is my chill pill. That I realized as I practiced meditation more and more. Moreover, my writing skill, my reading skill, my grasping power enhanced significantly. I just keep repeating that meditation is a self-exploration journey where you get all the benefits by default. Yes, so many pleasant surprises in store for you as we tread this path. How plant-based diet is essential for our health, we will understand from our mentor Chandra sir. Over to you, sir.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. Our thoughts create things. Our thoughts and feelings attract everything into a life, and you create your own reality. These are the aspects. Ya mati sa gatir bhavet. We slowly understand these aspects. Our mindset will shift towards it so that we are fully empowered. This is bound to happen. As we change our thought, as we see a different reality being created, same quietness. In chaos, we see quietness very soon, or if you're not seen yet. Where we thought it's a problem, we will see a learning there very soon. Different reality. So we create our own reality constantly with our own thoughts and feelings. Our respective realities are being created by each and every one of us, which is the essence of this 40-day program. Accept and create. Accept what comes, create what you intend, whatever that you wish. So when you say you create your reality, then there isn't any restriction, but you create your reality with consideration. Consideration to everything and everyone around. So Patriji always simplified the whole spirituality or No, the science of meditation. There are 5 fingers, 5 things we do. No killing, no violence, no interference. The 3 no's. We do in consideration of others. We create a reality. I let Namitaji create a reality. I let everybody create their realities while I create my reality. No killing, no violence, no interference. 3 no's. Meditation and middle path. 5. Well, these 5 are there. No killing, no violence, no interference, meditation, middle path. Middle path is do everything in moderation, but the right things. That is, from a Gautam Buddha, we can look at and say right views, right intentions, right work, right actions, right speech, right efforts, right concentration, right mindfulness. Our samadhi, it keeps changing, the last one. Right views and intentions are right thinking. We already covered at some level from a concept of energy. But the point here, dear friends, is that no violence, no killing, no interference, meditation, middle path. Live a life in moderation, middle path. But everything in consideration of the first 3, no killing, no violence, no interference. When I read first book by Scott Peck, The Road Less Traveled, a Harvard professor, I was quite impressed by a quote. He said, you have no right to question someone unless it is helping them to grow spiritually. Unless it's helping them to grow spiritually. There is matter, there is energy. If somebody is going to enhance their understanding about the energy, about the spirit, about consciousness, so they work from that understanding, then you question. Otherwise, don't bother. Question means you ask, maybe, for example, if I find somebody always complaining around you, my life is this, is because of them it happened, because of this person it happened. Then you gently remind them that there is a different way to live and think about it. That will help them to grow, ask them to think, look at the reality differently. But not about someone is what they're doing. I want to play cricket and I want to go and sing. I want to do this and other thing. Let them do. I like to go for a party. I like to do this, that. Let them do. Doesn't matter. Non-interference. Non-interference into someone's life. Everybody's got their life to have a design, have a plan, have a purpose, or come. We keep interfering and trying to impose our life design there. Parents have to pass their life designs to the children. They have come. You may be very intelligent, multiple degrees, very successful, but they have come for their own design. There's no way we see them through our own lens and say, I worked 8 hours, I worked 20 hours, so you work also so many hours. There's no way. Neither this way nor that way. They will work for what they want to. But no killing, no violence, no interference, no killing. What right? If I would like somebody to not kill me, then I should see if I can do the same to somebody else. And that somebody is not just humans. Every living being. Every living being. A boy saw a small baby calf getting separated from a cow. And the baby calf is, of course, wailing and crying and wriggling and all that. And the boy asked, why is it doing it? An infant doesn't know. The father proudly said, it's not going to see its mother forever. Then he came home, cried. In the evening he said, I'm not going to have my food if it's going to make that baby calf suffer so much. I'm going to have that milk. Because he's already imagining how painful it's going to be to have, if it happens to him that his mother, his mom is separated from him. We have to elevate our understanding about what a food choice we're making. From just a human heart perspective, just to see, just thinking about it will give us sufficient answers. We have now children, how quickly they respond to it, how quickly, if they're not influenced too much. We've seen children cry when hands are taken away. Instinctively they know it. Instinctively they know it. Something is happening. No killing. The killing that has a dharma, has a value to look at and say, can I extend it to everything? Becomes a dharma. If we want to be lived, then we let live. No killing, no violence. Who wants to be slapped? Who want to be pushed, kicked? Violence, physical or mental. In consideration, why is it so? What is the deal here? Now we are all connected as energy. We have come here. We are more than this body. In every meditation, we see there is something more is happening. We thought our body cannot move unless you move, but in meditation, you sit idle, your body is moving, you're seeing something, you're somewhere, you're flying somewhere. Many, many things are happening, you're not sure, but you're consciously aware, you're noticing it. So what's going on here? There's something out there, there's consciousness, there's awareness that is there. And that awareness and the consciousness, we're all the same stuff. According to quantum physics, we're all the same stuff. Meaning, we're all energy deep inside, so we're connected as one. And so then, if you don't naturally cause killing and violence to your family members and friends, neither you think of doing it to the people. We're just not being told and educated. That's all it is. That we naturally gravitate towards extending the gravity towards violence to so many animal brotherhood. So this dharma, dear friends, no killing, no violence, this has to be really, really looked at, and no interference. This is the third one. No interference. Everything has to be applied. What Jesus Christ said, do unto others what you do unto yourself. Do not do unto others what you do not do unto yourself. Very simple. What I don't want to myself, I don't do to somebody else. If somebody interferes and then keeps on snubbing me and says, just do this, just do this, just do this, you're not going to stay there. You're going to go away from there. A colleague or a subordinate or the worker, the junior colleague gets stifled if you constantly push him and say, do this way. If you breathe down the neck, they're not going to stay. They're going to go away from there. A child will not stay. They'll find the first reason to escape out of home if we continuously interfere. Because they do want to live their own life out of their own interest, which is natural for every human being. And so then we just need to have that awareness. We're not here to govern everybody. We are here to experience our life while we allow others to experience their life. This is the spiritual value. Because we see the same divine in everyone. We see the same energy in everybody. And so then we don't see somebody as somebody very less and somebody as very great. We see the same, so we allow them. In consideration to everyone else. That's the thing. In consideration is no killing, no violence, no interference. Let somebody live their life. They want to go, as long as they don't interfere, they don't rampantly kill things, they don't rampantly damage things, let them go. We have no problem if somebody wants to go trekking and then doing it gently. If they're asked to towards trek, they keep chopping off wood and everything there. It doesn't make sense. They're not being considerate. But to the best possible, they're going and then going into treks. Let them enjoy. Somebody wants to meet together and then a party. Let them enjoy. What's wrong in it? They don't cause disturbance to others. They don't cause violence to others. So what's wrong in it? Why is it a problem if somebody stays till 2 a.m.? Why is it a problem? Everything is a mental construct. What dear friends? So this concept was very important to me when I understood simplifying it. Otherwise, there are no notes. We create our own reality, but the notes are that do not interfere into someone. You are your own company, your own life. These whole companies trying to damage and tarnish somebody else's image for me to grow. This whole competition, seeding fear, doubt, and uncertainty about another company in the minds of the customer, which is significant interference into something else, some other entity. It's a group energy. This whole, what business calls FUD, FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, cause it into the minds of other customers about competition, so that we call it kill the competition. These are very, 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 very anti-spiritual. Why should we grow at the expense of trying to damage, trying to do something else? That's interference. You are interfering into somebody else's progress, but it's going to be paid for. Everything's going to be paid for. The law of cause and reaction is there. The energy that we put out is going to come back square, ultimately. Either it is going around, or somebody who receives it is also going to, at some point, put it back in a way, unless they're fully enlightened. Unless they're fully enlightened. When they're fully enlightened, you'll get forgiveness, and so then it is okay. Okay, meaning you still are going to go back to see why the hell did I do what I did, deviating from my plan. You guys didn't help me. It won't help you. But we look to, and then as we understand and practice more and more meditation, the connection to, that's why we understand, we read, we understand life. When you read the soul's journey, we will know that there is mineral kingdom growing into plant kingdom, growing into an animal kingdom, growing into human kingdom. Animals are the next nearest. They're developing into an individual consciousness. They have significant pain as humans. They're developing individual consciousness, significant pain as humans. But to the best possible, that's what it is. No killing, no violence, no interference. Self-defense, no problem. Food choices, there is so much out there. There is, when you look at vegetarian choices, everything has got what is required. Forget about it. The body has the biggest pharmaceutical machine if you allow it to work. If you allow it to work. And so it produces everything necessary. Otherwise, you won't have an answer why some people they can live without food. Some can live just on one meal. Some people can live for lifelong and eating in an ashram where there is, who is thinking about protein there? Well, nobody is thinking about protein there. They're living lifelong in an ashram because they energize the power of the body through something else called meditation, through nature. Let's go into meditation, dear friends, once again today, and then see if we can understand some technical aspects of vegetarianism, our food choices. Killing and violence rampantly caused. A person becomes a vegetarian. There is a saying, there is a research that about 8,000 animals are saved for their lifetime. Large animals, 8,000 lives are given back to the planet, for their lives are given to themselves. I used to be a meat eater. When I became vegetarian, I came to meditation. Automatically, something told me within a few days. It told me within a few days that it just didn't feel right, so I gave up. That was in 2002. Very, very, very happy, beautiful, sharp life after that. So our meditation, dear friends, today, what's the time now? 6:28. So let's do like something we did last week, right? We're going to do a form. So let's do practice. We're doing breath meditation for some time. After breath meditation, where you're observing the breath and resting your mind. Observe the breath with your eyes closed, and the mind gets rested, gets empty. And after that, then we will look to align. If thoughts create reality, look to align, to let go of things that are no longer necessary in our life through affirmation, and then affirm intentions that are important, that move us forward in our life. A courageous life, a loving life, a life of consideration, a life of joy, a life of freedom. Because the science is that whatever we affirm in a quieter state, in a quieter, calmer state, then we are, number one, we are not blocking, where there's no analysis. Okay, can I just become loving just by saying affirmation? You don't say that. Instead, when you're saying, I'm loving my life. And so when you're quieter, where the past is not there, however difficulties that you're going through, when you do sufficient amount of emptiness meditation, past is forgotten momentarily. And so in the present, you can go and then imagine and dream of whatever that you wish to experience. So you are saying, I'm loving my life. So doing something that you're passionate about. So imagine, bring up a flash of you singing, you love it. I'm loving my life. Sufficient. It doesn't have to be something great. And imagine yourself traveling, I'm loving my life, right? You say those, and then you have an elevated feeling at that point because you are going into this imagination or affirmations, and you're doing it with a belief. And so when you do that, it goes into subconscious. A clear mind where this analytical mind is not blocking you, and so then you have access to subconscious meditation. And so when you're affirming and imagining that you're having a feeling, it goes more deep into subconscious. We call it your primary subconscious. And the science is what? What is there in subconscious is what operates for you in your life. And so the more we do this, the more frequently we do this, the more it goes and sits there as a subconscious program, which is operating even when you're not actually there. And then sending that thing that you believe that a loving life is what you're attracting, right? And so that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Our thoughts and feelings, as they prime the subconscious, are bringing back a newer reality for us in due course, right? If not anything, but today we feel great about doing an affirmation about a future, right? And so I'll do those affirmations. So the affirmations are about releasing what's not necessary and then attracting and inviting what we wish to have in our life, right, friends? You can put anything out there. When I'm saying a few affirmations, you can put anything out there. So our meditation then is breath mindfulness meditation for a long time, which is emptying our stuff, emptying our mind. And then, the way you do this breath mindfulness meditation for some time, and then we do affirmations for a few minutes of affirming great intentions for ourselves, for everyone, and then express gratitude. We end our meditation, right? How do you do breath mindfulness meditation? Is by observing your breath with our eyes closed, natural breath. As seen in the picture, welcome anyone new here. Cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, hands rested comfortably in your lap, closing eyes, observing a normal, natural breath anywhere in the nose as a reference point. When I observe the breath slowly, mind becomes empty. And you experience calmness, emptiness. Be in that state. In case you have thoughts anytime, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe the breath. That's yourself. Dear friends, this is called breath meditation. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. Relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe and relax. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, comfortably rested. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, your mind is becoming less and less of thought. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience that calmness, emptiness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, a blackness. When you empty your mind of thought, you move away from matter, you experience emptiness, energy. All emptiness is energy. the longer you stay aware of this emptiness, field of energy, the more you tune in to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, empowerment energy. Stay aware of that emptiness, that calmness. If you are distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness, that blackness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. This is the quantum field of energy, the field of possibilities. The more you are with it, the more open you become. The more miraculous you become. Friend, as you merge into the field of possibilities, as you are clearer in your mind of thought, you have a great opportunity to create a new future for yourself and for everyone around. You have an opportunity to shift your vibration and dream and affirm of a new future, dear friends. Our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. The clearer your intention, the stronger your feelings, the stronger you signal the field to manifest into your physicality. I'd like you to, dear friends, with total belief and excitement, affirm intentions for a great new future. Releasing the past, shedding all those limiting beliefs and moving into a future that's expansive and concentrate. I lovingly release all that no longer serves me. I release my older understanding that no longer serves me. My past is past. I am free from my past. Friends, I want you to affirm these intentions with belief in it, excitement with it. My past is past. I am free from my past. I forgive myself and I extend that compassionate forgiveness to others. And I realize I choose peace as I forgive and as I release everything and everyone from my past. Every experience has taught me something valuable. I carry the wisdom from it. I carry the learnings from it. Every experience gives me clarity and strength to go forward in life. Come on, dear friends, affirm it. Elevate your understanding. Every experience gives me more clarity and strength to move forward in my life. I am aware to let go of the regret moment to moment, and I embrace the present moment. Truly, I believe I am the creator of my reality. I am the creator of my destiny. My future is filled with possibility. As I knock on the doors of possibilities every day in my meditations. Come on, dear friends, affirm it. I am the creator of my destiny. I am healing and evolving moment by moment. I am healing, I am evolving, releasing all the past, increasing my understanding about life. I am evolving moment to moment. Come on, dear friends, new opportunities are flowing to me effortlessly. Feel it, dear friends. Bring up flashes and images of those experiences and looking to have new opportunities are flowing to me effortlessly. The more you feel, the more you attract, dear friends. Can you do that? Feel it. Opportunities flowing effortlessly into your life. I am attracting abundance, success, joy, and whatever I'm attracting and living an abundant life. Feel it, dear friends. I want you to step into the realms of abundance. Abundance of success, knowledge, wealth, relationships, health, whatever, abundance of service, opportunity. Abundance is your natural right, dear friends. Feel that abundant living. Experience it, that you're not limiting yourself, but feel it. I trust the process of life. Everything happens for my highest good. Come on, dear friends. Every day is a fresh day. I'm reborn in every moment, every day. Friends, elevate your understanding. Every day is a fresh day. I am ready to receive all that I have dreamt of. I am ready to receive all that I have dreamt of. I allow things to happen to me. The best version of me is emerging every moment. I love it. My meditations, my understanding as it increases. A best version of me is emerging. I feel it. Feel it, dear friends. Feel a life of freedom, a life of courage, a life of abundance, a life of consideration, empathy. A life of unlimitedness divinely. Relax, dear friends, and let your body synthesize these energies. Every feeling and thought is energy. Let these seeds of possibilities that are planted with greater intentions by you merge into the field, and let this unified, intelligent field organize that future for you at the right time and place. Let it go. Surrender. You primed your subconscious with seeds of great future. Be certain that whatever you emotionally embrace is manifesting into your physicality. Relax and express gratitude. To all things and everyone for helping you create this new future, helping you live this life. Your gratitude, your parents, teachers, mentors, family, friends, colleagues, relatives, this nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, all the government systems, to yourself and to this intelligent field. gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Namita Madam, any announcements?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Announcement is regarding 5-day advanced meditation retreat to be held at Mount Shasta, USA, from 4th July to 8th July. So, dear friends and masters, kindly do spread this information, as you know that attending such spiritual retreat is a kind of few opportunities in your lifetime, amazing opportunities, because not only you are away from your regular environment, from your mundane routine, you revel in nature, you just unwind yourself, you explore, and great opportunity to connect with the infinite intelligence. I can just share my brief experience here regarding I had attended such retreat at Pyramid Valley, Bangalore. And I feel that kind of shift, internal shift had taken place inside me. I sort of felt internal healing had taken place. I was taking a nature walk, doing walking meditation, and my face was full of all tears. Tears started rolling down, and I just felt like going inside pyramid and meditate there. I just sat in meditation for 3 hours. I still remember each and every moment of my stay there. What a refreshing, rejuvenating stay it was. And I am looking forward to attending the upcoming retreat in September. So what you can do, dear friends and masters, you can just spread the information and encourage your friends and relatives to be part of such retreat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Namita Madam. It's wonderful. We're doing a retreat in the United States in July. That's what she's talking about. And we have another one in September in Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. It's at Mount Shasta, California, United States. This July 4th weekend. So 5-day program. It's always great to dwell deeper into ourselves. Just a great space to be in. So friends, we're at 7:17. We have some beautiful factual presentation on what does it mean to consider an alternate food choice, which is plant-based diet, vegetarian diet. Vegetarian or plant-based? It'll probably take about 15-16 minutes to cover through. Anilji has asked a question. Do you have any place in New Zealand under Buddha CEO things? We have a few meditators there in New Zealand who practice. And of course, there are definitely several meditators from PSSM in New Zealand too, in Auckland and places. We can look to connect you to them. But as such, Buddha Seva mostly is operating virtually. Physical centers are our master centers in most cases where they are running weekly classes in different areas. A lot happens through online, and then physical retreats happen whenever that our masters travel, and then we are doing sessions like these advanced retreats in Pyramid Valley and other facilities. That's how we operate. So we can connect you to other masters out there. When someone asked me earlier this program about food choices, the only thing that we talk about, actually encourage, is to move into a vegetarian or plant-based diet. Go forward. A diet forward is plant-based vegetarian diet. Everything else happens in moderation. Everything else will happen. Even this will happen through meditation. This is also going to happen through meditation at some point. You'll find the need. And so then that's why we start with meditation. Do meditation, experience meditation enough to the way you feel that you're ready to take a choice and plunge into this. But experiment on anything. Thought create reality, experiment. No regret. Regret beats regretful experience, experiment. With love, I can solve problems, experiment. And when somebody is giving you back every time, but you say, I'm going to be patient, and then send loving thought to them, forgiving thought to them, it'll solve the problems, experiment. Vegetarian diet, experiment. Experiment for a few days and a few weeks. And there are many people have experimented 40 days and said, this is the best thing ever happened to me, even vegetarian diet. Experiment. Nothing is going to come down if you experiment for a few days and then see and feel for yourself how you feel when you take to something like this. There's no dogma here. Everything is an experimentation. A scientific, a spiritual master, a spiritual scientist. We all become spiritual scientists. We're not believers of something. We are scientists. We experiment, explore, and then say, yes, this serves me. I take it. If it doesn't serve me, I'll move to some other system. That's how it is. Same with the meditation. This meditation that we're practicing here definitely served me, and then it serves a lot of Buddha CEOs, and then all together, we're talking about this, actually believing in it, and so that if it serves you, you will stay. So we explore. What is the right spiritual practice for me? Iteration. In iteration, we will come to a conclusion at some point. This is it. Gautam Buddha tried so many things for 6 years. Patriji tried so many different places he went to, and then finally decided there is no place that satisfies me, and so I have to start my own, which is Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, combining pyramid energy, spiritual science, that you are the whole self, you are the whole, not somebody else. You are the whole. Somebody else is not there above you or below you, and you are equal to everyone. You are the whole. Meditation helps you to realize the wholeness. So experimentation will lead us towards something beautiful, some increased understanding, one way or the other. And so this also, we ask, be very scientific temperamented, and so then try. And so Mahatma Gandhi is saying, the greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Now, that's Mahatma Gandhi, somebody who is just beautifully crafted the whole non-violence into the world. There's love-based actions, fear-based actions. Fear-based actions are survival-oriented. Love-based actions are expansion. It brings people together. We know this. Abraham Lincoln, vegetarian by choice, I'm in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. That's a way of whole human being, a whole human being, right? Just the way slavery was abolished, untouchability was abolished, there will be a time where killing onto the animals will also be abolished. It's bound to happen, dear friends. Things that you do not resonate with, things that are not truthful and natural will have to change. Nothing will benefit human health. There is Albert Einstein, right? Albert Einstein. Nothing will benefit human health and increase the chance for survival of life on Earth as much as the evolution to a vegetarian diet. Albert Einstein, a vegetarian, right? Vegetarian. Carl Lewis, the sportsman. Now, many sportsmen, include Virat Kohli now, they've turned into vegetarian, plant-based diets. Fastest man. If you have the doubt that I need to have a lot of protein and strength in me to become that, then you can't beat Carl Lewis then. A vegetarian, fastest man, 8 golds, or whatever, 9 golds in Olympic. So many world records. Vegetarian diet. Charles Darwin, we're very famous. We know this. Love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. Charles Darwin, all philosophers, all scientists, many scientists, spiritual masters, of course, have advocated always vegetarianism. Now, Rabindranath Tagore is talking a lot more. We manage to swallow flesh only because we do not think of the cruel and sinful things that we do. If only we do not allow our heart to grow callous, it protects against cruelty, is always freely heard. So there is a little more powerful that he feels for animals, and so then Rabindranath Tagore is expressing his deep pain through this expression. Leonardo da Vinci. The time will come when men such as I will look upon the murder of animals as they now look upon the murder of man. That's very powerful. This is strong of how he feels. No killing, no violence, no interference. That killing, violence, not only to humans, dear friends, that's what he's saying. Extend to everyone. Mark Twain. The pain which inflicted upon unconsidering animals is the basis of my enmity toward it. Is to be sufficient justification of the enmity without looking further. He is again speaking differently, but he is saying that how important, I don't know how much pain and suffering we cause to animal friends. Pythagoras, for as long as men mask animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who shows the seed of murder and pain cannot reap joy and love. Pythagoras, greatest mathematician that we know of, is talking about something fundamental and deep. Something fundamental and deep. The violence and aggression, the killing, the wars, conflicts, many of them are emerging from the pain and suffering that the dominance attitude that we receive when we eat meat is essentially what his message is. Socrates, the highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. He's talking in the context of treating animals. The Socrates, right? The greatest philosophers. Thomas Alva Edison, inventor. Nonviolence leads to he's one of the greatest inventors. Emerson and Thomas Alva Edison are the two greatest inventors of all time, right? Somebody who's created the light bulbs and all of it. Nonviolence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we're still savages. Talking from an ethics perspective. So, dear friends, there is no dearth of how many people who are known, most popular, famous, successful in their life and impactful in what their life was been, are all vegetarians, carried vegetarian diet. Right. And some scientific facts now apart from what people have said about it and how they've turned to vegetarian. Common disease among meat eaters, obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, mad cow disease, piles, many things. Many things. What's the top killer worldwide? 3% of all deaths worldwide are due to cancer, and 15% in USA. And for vegetarians, there is 60% reduction. The cancer, the overall studies show that it is 60% reduction just by being a vegetarian. Would want to be killed by cancer. So this is from a director of Framingham Health Study that was done a few years ago, but these things continue to happen even now. The same. This study may be about 10 years old, but now this is a study on vegetarianism and then how it is. Now, meat contains an average 13 times more pesticides than vegetables. Right? That's the essence. So then there's so many illnesses, foodborne illnesses that are coming up. No wonder. I need to eat meat to make muscles. A horse eats grass, but a human wants to eat meat. But the same horse eats grass and then really takes him forward wherever he wants to go. So there is so much of myth about this. All these mammals are all vegetarian. Buffaloes, bulls, camels, elephants, giraffes, hippos, horses, rhinoceros. Everything is vegetarian. The strongest, heaviest, and whatever, the tallest, they're all are vegetarians, and the speed with which they move. Yet we probably not notice it because we've not been told many times. And so this is what Patrice was talking about. What are we designed to eat? We are an herbivore animal. We are a herbivore. We're not carnivore. As our teeth are broad and flat, right, and they're not sharp and pointed for tearing. We need to tear meat. And then our colon is much longer, 3 to 6 times the body length for animals, whereas for us, it's 10 to 12 times body length. So it takes a long time for the food to go through the colon, that means our intestines, and so it takes a long time for it to digest and then struggle. Whereas a short length means it immediately comes out. You eat in a short length of colon, so it immediately comes out, and then so it gets discarded very easy. But for us, it takes a long time. It is going through, puts so much pressure onto the body. And many ways, there are many other things out there that is a fascinating study. What is an herbivore? Human is an herbivore and carnivore. The differences in the way our teeth, our jaws, our chewing, our saliva, many things are there. Alkaline versus acidic. Now, water waste. Moving to the environment. A vegan diet requires only 300 gallons of water per day, while a typical meat-eating diet requires more than 4,000 gallons of water per day. So what it is saying here, you save more water by not eating a pound of meat than you do not take a shower for 6 months, because the amount of water that's required to grow, to create meat, a pound of meat, versus a pound of vegetables is significantly lesser, up to 50 times lesser. If you look at this chart here, wheat, it takes 25 gallons of water to produce a pound of wheat, and then a pound of meat below, and you go to beef, it's 5,000, 25 to 5,000. That's like, I don't know how many times that is. 200 times, it seems like that is. So much of water is required to produce that beef, because so much goes in feeding the cattle, and so much goes in and generating crops to feed the cattle, and then all the water goes there. Deforestation, greenhouse warming, carbon gas released by clearing and burning enough rainforest to produce just one hamburger. There is so much of 70% of former forests in the Amazons were raised for grazing for cattle, because they have to be eventually killed for produce meat. 70% of forests are going away. The 70% of the land is going away for grazing, and that means forests are going away. And the greenhouse gases are reduced. There is this book by John Robbins called Food Revolution. So many scientific facts are there in it. It's worth looking at it, reading it to understand how a vegetarian diet and a plant-based diet is a lot more sacred, a lot more auspicious for everything and to ourselves. Sustainability of the land. When you are going and doing cultivation in land, what it's saying, 2.5 acre land can feed 22 people with potatoes, while it feeds only 1 to 2 people with meat and chicken. Facts. When you're cultivating 2.5 acres of land, it's feeding 22 people with potatoes, and while it feeds only 1 to 2 people with meat and chicken. Because there is so much inequality. When it all goes, basically all the food is going to feed cattle and it comes back from it. So it's completely disproportionate. It's where the consumption, sustainability is impacted significantly by consuming meat. And so is the water is impacted. Greenhouse gas are emerging significantly. The largest cause for the greenhouse gases is, one of the largest is this slaughterhouses releasing significant amount of methane carbons. And sustainability. Then who is eating our food? I was like super shocked when I read this fact. Whatever food we generate, humans are eating only 2% of it or 3% of it. 77%, nearly 80% goes to feeding the livestock. And then another 17% gets wasted in transport from one country to another, place to place. It gets wasted. This whole understanding to eat what is produced locally must at once come, because 18% of the food is wasted in dense transport. Tomatoes, they perish when they go from one ship to ship or whatever, country to country, they perish. So much food goes wasted. Right. So eating local food, we do so much service because there's so much is going wasted. And the stat is that if one of the largest countries, meat-eating countries, turns a vegetarian, millions of people are dying of hunger will go away from hunger death immediately, overnight. Overnight. One of the largest countries, when it becomes meaty vegetarian, automatically millions of people hunger deaths go away immediately. So many people are dying on the other side, hunger deaths. So UN reports warn that rearing cattle produce more greenhouse gases than driving cars. Right? Driving cars. So there is fascinating reports that are telling that how much of greenhouse gas are there. So global warming is happening. One of the largest is meat producing industries. Advertisement, I'm almost ending there. What most people learn about food is advertisement, and it's a sad state of affairs. That billions of dollars are spent by making burgers, and then you spend billions of dollars on promotion advertisement, making people eat them only to make them spend more money on healthcare costs and then reduce their longevity, while awareness about Cancer Institute, $1 million paltry is spent. The money is inequality of money allocation. Money allocation inequality. The programs, the TV program, the commercials, they program us. And so then we go and go on to them. Billions is spent. So there's so much of gross misuse of money towards things only that is harming more and more of a human, from a health, environment, everything. Animal welfare is best. And the last thing, dear friends, is that Ayurveda recommends vegetarian, that ahimsa is the cornerstone of yoga, the world's most ancient practice. Buddhist monks commonly practice them out of compassion to benefit. And so then every religion, basically, the cardinal principle of every religion is love, and love cannot come by killing and inflicting violence upon any living being. So, dear friends, Patriji has been a strong proponent of vegetarianism, very, very strong proponent of vegetarianism. He always was, he said many times, I care for animals than for meditation. This is more important. He always said 50% is plant-based diet, vegetarian diet, 50% is meditation. Two things. In many, many ways. That is his feeling. And so George Bernard Shaw, animals are my friends. I don't eat my friends. Reprogram, you look at it, elevate, understand, and say, we feel the suffering and pain. Of course, a meditation helps, but we're considering is helpful. Just considering. I did that in 2002 and then I became vegetarian. It's great. I didn't have to look at anything, any other choice. I didn't have to. So thank you very much for looking into this important aspect here. Always important. We increase our understanding with these knowledge that is there, the facts that are there. Right? Now, one chart about proteins and all of that, there is plenty of charts if you go and search in the internet. Just needed to have that awareness. Search and say, I want to know the facts about proteins and nutrients and vegetarian component versus non-veg component, because we've been bombarded with all kinds of information and knowledge. What to do? Government is pushing eggs into small children. This must cease. It will cease soon. They supply eggs saying that this is nutrients, and then mothers who are there in rural areas not knowing, and then they're pushing, they're making them eat and then pushing their children to eat. All of this must stop. Mothers must stop. First, at least understand the facts before even doing this. Thank you very much, friends. We'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow again. This week, we are considering and talking about health, physical health, mental health. In the context, we talk about an important aspect is how auspicious, how healthy a vegetarian diet is through factual understanding. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Sometimes I'm not sure who I am, or even if I'm where I'm supposed to be. Grateful for all of my memories, starting to feel like I need new air.
Hello, friends. Hope you had an enriching session understanding about food habits, right? Food habits that we learned about in the session when we were talking about the 3 sources of energy that we get from the smaller circle being the food habits, and the bigger than that energy that we get externally from right thinking, right views, right speech, right talk, and also the innate energy that is available from the infinite intelligence field that we connect to in our meditation practice daily. So yes, feel free to. Yes, I see Rahul Pandit, sir. Let me promote to panelist. And please feel free to raise your hand and share your views.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Actually, 3G told about the 5 path. There is a line that you are your own company. So, what does it mean by that line?
You are your own?
Own companies. Own companies.
I didn't get you. You are your own. What is that word?
Company. You are your own company.
Was it from the video that was played in the beginning?
No. 1 minute. I write it down in the chat.
Okay. You are your own companion. Got it. Yeah, he says that yes, we have to we are our own guru. The breath is our guru. So we just need to use our breath to explore ourselves, go into that inner journey, and realize ourselves, understand our purpose. Just with the meditation practice, we know who we start getting to know, and the wisdom that we hear from Chandra sir daily in this program, or the books that we read, we get to an understanding. I mean, we get that greater the knowledge and the wisdom about the whole this thing, the truth of life. And so yeah, he's talking about I believe you are your own companion, means we don't have to rely on any guru. We are our own, we are God ourselves. We have that godliness inside us. So we don't have to search for anything outside us. We have to explore that from within us itself. Was it in the, are you talking about the video that
There
was
was
played in the beginning?
no. Actually, she had told about the 5 no's.
Bye.
Chandra,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
the
Oh,
first
got
point,
it.
first point was,
Yeah. Okay.
and the second point was do not interfere with someone's progress. Third was 5 path was the self defense, food choices, something like
Mm.
that, and meditation
Yeah.
was also there.
Yeah. No killing, no violence, no interference. And then meditation and middle path.
Middle path.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there
Right.
is a 5 path also there. The food revolution. There was you are your own companies. Do not interfere with someone's progress. So the first line was that you are your own companions, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. You should not interfere with others in the sense. Chandra sir was mentioning about many a times we people whom we influence, we try to put our views and no hinder theirs in a way sometimes that because we are trying to influence them in a way that might hinder their progress, or it might influence them to change their views, whatever they are having. So unless it is no stopping them to grow spiritually, we let others do whatever they want to do, because they want to, because they have their own life plans. They have come here to experience something, and then learn from the challenges that they are facing. So that's what was meant by no interference with others, and with others, or no killing, no violence. And middle path uh, is we have to be in the society, be with our friends, family, and then still live to our life to fullest. Not like leaving everything and going away to continue. I mean, for our spiritual realization, we can attain that enlightenment state. We can know ourselves. We can find our purpose just by staying whatever we are doing currently, and then realize and then make ourselves more evolved. Hope that answers your question. I see. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. I see another question from Raju Ahmad sir. He says, what is third eye? How to open it? What is the technique of opening third eye? How many characteristics of a third eye? So the third eye is the inner eye that we call, and it is basically, it represents the pineal gland, which is basically when we do the meditation, sir asks us to concentrate in between the brows. That's where the position is. It is basically in the middle part. So the in all the visions that we see, that is what we are seeing through that inner eye or the third eye. And with meditation practice, I mean, we automatically, open that, or we evolve ourselves to have that kind of experience. So there is no specific technique. Just with meditation practice, consistent practice, regularity, we will see that we get to that level too. And yeah, we don't have to judge ourselves that it's not working out, that I'm not having visions or anything like that. Any experience is a great experience. Even no experience also is fine, as long as we are seeing the benefits of what we are practicing, this 40 minutes or 35 minutes of meditation daily in our wakeful time, in the time that we are not practicing meditation. In the rest of the 23 hours, we will the changes are happening inside us. We will not know until and unless we face that same situation again, and we see that we are responding differently to that situation. A lot of times, that it has happened to me too. It once happened that I was always so there was one person in my project team. He was a key resource, so I always thought that yes, he's one of the important person who needs always, who is the person who is doing the whole work and always needs to his guidance always is required. But at one point of time, he called up and he mentioned that that he has found another a better job and he is going to resign. My old self would have panicked, but I mean, when I answered him back, I congratulated him. I was asking more about the new opportunity that he got. And that's when I had surprised myself. I was thinking, I mean, how can I respond like that? So once we that's what that's when I realized that yes, that fear that I was having, that he's an important part of the team, and he should not he should always be there. That fear had gone, because I knew that yes, if he is going, that is best for him, and there will be someone else who will be either coming or replacing him, or maybe I will step up and make sure that whatever void that he's leaving is not there in one way or the other. So similarly, there were many other situations. Even responding to people. That's when that same situation had happened with one of my family member. They had given some comment about me. So my old self would have again started thinking, oh, why is that person telling me like that? Or oh, I need to change myself. Is there, I mean, am I wrong? What correction do I need to do? But I had, after listening to that, I had taken that very positively. I thought, yes, maybe there is something that I need to change and I need to contemplate upon. Um, uh, and yeah, same thing. Yeah, during my appraisal reviews too, I had seen that earlier. I used to, feel bad if because although I felt like those appraisal reviews are only for showing your showing all the loopholes that you have, or the negative or some things that you have not worked on the whole year. But yes, even that perspective has changed. I take now those feedback reviews also positively. I know that yes, something I have to improve upon, and then I need to work on it. So that's why my manager is trying to point that out, and it's all okay. Yeah, Raju Ahmed sir, intuition is related to third eye. Intuition basically is like a feeling or feeling that you get, yes, that something is right or not right. Um, it is related to, you know, that feeling, the feeling that you get from your heart. Uh, you would have seen that in your exams or some point of time. You would get you would feel like, yes, that is the correct answer. The first as you see a question, the first this thing in instinct that you get, that is the right answer. But then again, your mind would say, oh no, maybe I read this, maybe this might I did not read this, or maybe this might not be the correct one. The other choices are more no relevant, so it might be the correct one. So that's when, yeah, the first thing, this thing response that you get, the first inner voice that you listen is the one that is coming from your heart. That is the intuition. But again, yes, the again you but yeah, the later, I mean, later you the second or the third response that you get is not from your heart. It's the analytical mind that's coming. Thank you. Thank you, Raju sir. Anyone else? Yeah, Shivani madam, this program is, yes, for 40 days. But post this 40-day program, we do have other programs too, for just for continuing this practice. And we do group meditation, same from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. IST time. And yes, there are other programs too that you will come to know. If you have added the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation WhatsApp number, you will get all the information from there. We had informed, or you can ask your facilitator too. But yeah, at the end of the program, you will get to know all these details too. Yeah, we do have 5-day intense meditation program too that will happen post this 40-day program. Call it Amrit. That is like a 3-hour meditation which Chandra sir conducts. And then, yeah, apart from that, there are this advanced meditation retreat, this personal in-person sessions. Thank you, Shivani. And, thank you everyone for your messages. Lalit Bangar sir says proud to be vegetarian. Tirth Prasad sir says it was very informative. Feels great to be vegetarian. Is it even I too have seen that change in me when I turned from non-vegetarian diet to vegetarian. I feel that yes, now I need to move to vegan diet because milk also is not required for the body. There are other there are other substitutes to the milk that we take, the plant-based milk that is also equivalently healthy. So yes, a lot of shift happens once we in our thoughts itself, if we stick on to the vegetarian plant-based diet. Anyone else? So we'll end the session now. Thank you all for joining. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time. Until then, have a good day. Happy meditation. Happy meditating.
so it is. I can see it.